touch the sky. In the city of angels, feels like I'm coming home. With my head up in the clouds, I am searching for something, and I'm still hoping. 'Cause I wanna be in, not out, wanna make this all count. Yes, I wanna go crazy now, gonna make this all count. Feeling like a rock star, 'cause tonight I'm getting out of line and it's alright. Feeling like feeling like just as cool as John Wayne in his movies. Feeling like I'm James Dean and I know it. Feeling like feeling like a rock star. Feeling like a rock star. Feeling like a rock star. Feeling like a rock star.
But it's not that easy. You're complicating things for me. No, it's not that easy. Maybe just a little time can heal me, but it doesn't feel the way. What are you doing to me? Why'd you break my heart? Left me in the dark, dark. Why'd you have to go? I don't wanna feel this way. Though I'm broken, I'm still hoping I could be with you. I'm still breathing, it's not easy. I'm just a fool for you. just that stupid. Maybe just a little time can make you change your mind about us. I thought that we were meant to be. Why'd you break my heart? Left me in the dark, dark. Why'd you have to go? I don't wanna feel this way. Though I'm broken, I'm still hoping I could be with you. I'm still breathing, it's not easy. I'm just a fool for you. I'm just a fool for you. I'm just a fool for you. For you. For you. Hey, I've got you on my mind. Yeah, you're all that I think about. You know you got me going wild. And what I want is you. Could you come a little closer? I want you by my side. And I'll try the best I can to make you feel this way. Don't let me down, down, down. It could be you and I, and I want you now, 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 now. Come let me hold you now. I wanna lay in your arms. Come let me love you now. Yeah, you're the one that I want. I wanna stay here. I wanna stay here with you. I wanna stay here with you. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. I wanna stay here with you. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. I wanna stay here with you. Tell me what you wanna do. Yeah, 'cause I'd do anything. I just wanna be with you. How can you make me feel this way? Don't let me down, down, down. It could be you and I want you now, 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 now. Don't let me hold you now. I wanna lay in your arms. Come let me love you now. Yeah, you're the one that I want. I wanna stay here. I wanna stay here with you. I wanna stay here with you. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. I wanna stay here with you. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. I wanna stay here with you. I just wanna hear you say that you want me to. I told you I can't get you off my mind. Come let me hold you now. I wanna lay in your arms. Come let me love you now. Yeah, you're the one that I want. I wanna stay here. I wanna stay here with you. I wanna stay here with you. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. I wanna stay here with you.
What's up, y'all? Sean. Wait, no, I messed that up. What's up, y'all? Welcome to Tuesday Night Studio Sessions. My name is Sean. I'll be your host. Hope y'all are having a wonderful night. Got some interesting news this week from Insta360. They released a new camera this morning. So we're going to talk about it. This is it right here. I'm just kidding. This right here is the DJI Pocket 2. It's a tracking camera that works a lot like the Insta360 Link they just announced. So I'm going to turn this around and point it at y'all just for presentation. Uh-oh. There it is. And then I'm going to point it at y'all a little bit. And then we're going to raise it up. Put it in the white. So I've got a couple tricks up my sleeve tonight, y'all. You're going to have to bear with me. Looking at the picture, if you guys saw the thumbnail for tonight's live stream, looking at the picture, the top gimbal on the Insta360 Link looks exactly like this. So I'm anxious to see whether it is almost exactly the same, but yeah, we'll check it out. What's up, Sunrise? So let's go through roll call real quick. Eat More Possum was the first. And then we have Steven Drones was second. Bob's in the house. Bob Casey, what's up? I'm in the house. Good to be here. And Sunrise Water Media is in the house. So we got a pretty good quorum already. So I've got two cameras that I'm going to demonstrate tonight. One is this camera right here, which is the Osmo. Sorry, it's not an Osmo. It's DJI Pocket, or the Osmo Pocket 2, or just the Pocket 2. I've forgotten. But this is the second version. This is the creator kit. And I use this camera a lot when I'm making my videos for you guys. It has tracking capabilities, but I've never used it as a webcam. So we're not going to use it as a webcam tonight because I haven't had time to figure that out. But I'm also going to show you a OBSBot Tiny, which is an alternative to the camera the Insta360 just announced the Link. But we're going to go over the Insta360 Link. And if you really like that camera, I would love for you to purchase it from the link in my description below. That'll really help out the channel. I'm trying to build up my relationship with Insta360. Also, I have the OBSBot Tiny. The OBSBot Tiny comes in two flavors. I have the 1080 version, and there's a 4K version. With streaming over the cloud using Melon or Streamlabs or StreamYard or anything like that, you can only stream in 1080. So the need for a 4K camera is not really necessary. I used to have the Logitech Brio 4K, but I would only stream, I think back then I would stream in 720, and then at one point I switched to 1080, and it did okay. There was nothing wrong with it. But there are a lot of really cool things that Insta360 just came out with the Link. And I think since COVID happened and a lot of us work from home, I work from home currently. I don't give presentations and walk around my room and write on whiteboards or anything like that. But I can see where people would like to use that capability, especially when they're presenting their ideas to someone else. So Steven Drones asked if I'm getting out of drones. I'm not getting out of drones, but there's nothing happening right now as far as drones goes, except for the Mini 3. And I am not going to get the Mini 3 anytime soon unless I sell something. I am saving my money for the DJI Avata, which someone said it might even come out this month. So if you're not familiar with what that is, it is an FPV Cinewhoop from DJI, and I'm hoping it does everything that the DJI FPV drone does, which means it's a Cinewhoop that also has GPS in it, that can also return to home, that can also fly like a regular drone. So yeah, so that's what I'm holding out for. But no, I'm not getting out of drones. I have always been an Insta360 person as long as I've had this channel. So Insta360 just happens to be the channel that is, or Insta360 happens to be the company that's putting out things right now. So we've got Jonathan Ray in the back room waiting to come on. So I think I'm going to pull him on. And oh, it's dying. 1 second, and it's off. Boom. All right, I'm going to pull Jonathan on, and we're going to get started with the presentation. But yeah, here he comes.
Hey, man. We're going to try this out today. I didn't have time to do the whole fancy setup with all the bourbon and everything, so I just went with my main computer.
Nice.
So, and I'm actually using the Insta360 1X for the webcam.
Oh, cool.
So I don't know if, I don't know why it keeps zooming in and out, I guess. I don't know. I've never tried it before. I thought, I'll mess it up. But it would like zoom into my face, and then I guess if I'm not talking, it's just like, oh, look, here's the entire fat body or something. I don't know.
Are you using the Insta360 app?
No. I plugged it in. I set it up in webcam mode. But see, now I can't hear. I'm not hearing it over here. Are you hearing me okay, I guess?
Check. I hear you fine.
Oh, okay. I'm not hearing me speak of it. Well, I guess that's good, though. Well, because I also use, on my PC, I use Voicemeeter to set up all the, I guess whatchamacallit. So I can set up a mic, set up a speaker, set up all those things. Especially when I have multiple inputs and stuff where I'm like, on Twitch or something, or if I'm playing games with my son or something, we both have mics and headphones. So, but I'm not using this this mic. I've got the other mic.
So, what was the software you're using again?
Voicemeeter.
Voicemeeter.
Yeah. So it's basically like an audio deck that allows you to, put in multiple multiple USB or audio inputs and outputs. And you can say, oh, I want this one to be able to hear this, especially if you got two people. That way you don't hear yourself. Well, so actually it's working like it's supposed to, so I don't hear myself through the headphones. Okay. So you have awesome. Delay or anything. So the nice thing is I can actually hold this up and just woo. So I run off of 2 4K monitors and a graphic tablet or drawing graphic tablet. So I got 3 monitors running at any time.
Cool.
So
that's crazy. It keeps zooming in and out.
I guess it's not if it's just what it's talking to. Like now, if I hit a button, let's see, it'll switch to the backside camera, which you can just is a bunch of cable mess, and then it'll switch to this mode, so you can do like 2 if you wanted to.
Yep.
And then hit it again, and it's. I'd rather prefer just go on this wide angle right here, but then it would like zoom in. So. We'll see if it does it.
I feel like it was doing hand gestures. So raise your hand up again, or do that. I don't know what you did.
Well, I don't know. We'll see.
Yep.
But I kind of like the wide angle view of it and stuff. So
yeah, the wide's cool. There it is.
I don't know. I'll have to research that. Maybe someone else will know. But I mean, you can do it, so it's kind of neat.
Yep.
To answer the question, potato. Sunrise Water is asking about banana or potato. That's the version of Voicemeeter. So if you want to have multiple inputs, because you have a whole bunch of them, you got to have potato, I think, to really get it to work right. So I was able to do just 2 and 2. But if you're going to have Like the first time I did it, I was working on a podcast with somebody, and we had multiple headphones through through just stereo, the audio, or just your normal coaxial, or not coaxial, but your normal 3.5-inch jack or 3.5-inch thing. Well, so I've got USB mics and USB headphones and all that other stuff. So if you got all these USB things, it's easier to do that way.
Cool.
So I'm just trying to read the comments. I don't know if I wonder if it's going to let me send in messages. Is only supported for hosts. So I don't know how to send messages on this now because otherwise I'm just typing to everybody. But I'm at least trying to.
Yeah, I've
read both.
I've taken your permissions away. Actually, I don't know. I feel like I'm the host, so I can comment to people, but I don't think you can. But
I should have got. I needed to go get my Bluetooth headphones. And I was like, I'll just put my gaming ones on. So we're good as long as you can hear me.
Yeah, my only option for you is to kick you. That's it. So, but I'm not going to kick you.
That's fair enough. Good.
So I think the first thing I want to do is just run through Insta360's website and just kind of talk about what they just announced. And there's 3 things that it does that this one doesn't do. And I think it's pretty awesome. But yeah.
Yeah, I saw that today. The link. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
So this is the Insta360 link. It is a 4K webcam, and it looks like it's the same size as the Osmo Pocket 2. Okay. A couple things on this image right here. There are 2 holes right here, so there's stereo microphones right in front of you. Probably noise canceling. So it'll probably, if there's noise coming over from the left side, then it'll move over to the right side. It'll use that AI to cancel out the noise and where it's coming from. On the lens, it has an f-stop of 1.8. So for low light situations, that's really, really good. It's opened up, and it's a 1/2-inch sensor. It's not a 1-inch sensor, but it's a 1/2-inch sensor. But we'll get to that. I don't want to go through that. I'll go through the features. So 4K resolution, AI tracking. So just like the tracking on the Osmo, it can follow you around. Versatile modes. We'll get into the different modes in a second. And it also has gesture control. So if you're giving your presentation, you can give a high five up in the air and it'll start tracking you. You can give it like this mode and it'll zoom in on you, and then you can flash a peace sign and it'll move into whiteboard mode, which I think is ridiculously cool. 4K. So here's an example of what the 4K looks like compared to the 1080.
I like that they just we'll just brighten up the picture. I mean, I know. I'm sure it does that. It looks well and looks good and everything. But if you're looking at it, it's like they just brighten up the picture and.
Yep. Yeah,
that's advertising for you. Yeah.
Yeah, they took the same video and then exported it in 1080 and 4K.
I know about marketing. I'm good, but that doesn't. I'd still say that I'm sure it's a really good camera though.
Yep. So f-stop of 1.8. Here's the 1/2-inch sensor. Here's a low light situation. So that's cool. It's got HDR, which is really good. So if you got blown out highlights, and you can get the highlights and the shadows. It's got true focus, so it uses tracking to focus on things, which I think is pretty cool. It's a cute little guy. So to give you an idea of what the size is, this is like the top of the tripod, which is what's right there. Then there's a box that goes on top of that, and then pretty sure it's exactly the same size as the Pockets. I mean, it even looks like the same manufacturer made the gimbal. But don't quote me on that.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, we can talk about Insta360 because Insta360 is really, giving DJI, non-drone stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the stuff that they're coming out with right now, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, I
and
agree.
then, I'm sure you've been well aware of Insta360 for a little while, but I just started getting into them, when I first got the Sphere. I was like, I'd seen it, but never really messed around with it because I was too, busy with other things. And then when I started looking into this stuff, I was like, wow, I actually like their software better than the DJI, some of DJI's too, especially their web apps.
Yep. So this right here, always stay in the shot. It's a 3-axis gimbal designed with powerful AI tracking algorithm to keep you center stage. So basically what it's going to do is it's going to track your face and then put it in the middle. Engage your audience. So these are the modes I want to talk about. So desktop mode, if you guys have ever used like a PDF viewer or like a PDF scanner on your phone, where it'll find the corners of the rectangle and then it'll morph the picture so that it's a perfect rectangle. That's what it's doing right here in desktop mode. So I think that's a really powerful feature. And I'll show you in a minute what my desk looks like using this camera right here. And the fact that it puts it, gives it vertical and horizontal lines that are straight, no matter what it's pointing at. I think that's pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I want to talk about whiteboard mode. So when we go through and look at kind of what's in the box, there are these little corner stickers, and I was like, what are those for? And then I saw this video. If you have a whiteboard in your office, you can put these kind of like a QR code. Like you've got these square, like 3 squares on your QR code that tells your phone, what, like they're like registration marks that tells your phone kind of where top is, where bottom is. These corners tell your camera where the corners of your whiteboard is. So if you flash the peace sign, all of a sudden the software is going to go to your whiteboard and again make it rectangular. So if you look at it, it's like this really weird like perspective. But what it's done is it's grabbed those corners, drawn a box around it, and then made that the screen. I just think that's awesome.
I mean, it's got to use a digital zoom for it. But if you're filming in 4K, I don't think that's going to be a problem. In 4K.
All right, say what you said again.
Oh. I said most of the time people aren't going to be transmitted in 4K, so it's got to zoom into it. So you're going to, it's going to be a lower resolution, but most of the time I'd say it's still going to be able to take that and make that 720p because that's what most people are going to be transmitting in anyway is 720p. You may get some that do 1080p and stuff, but I don't think you're going to lose too much. And I don't know. There's a whole host of industries that can utilize this technology.
Yep. I
mean, just thinking off the top of my head, like I say, if you want to film your own training videos, it doesn't have to be something that's even streamed. You just, set it up, film your own training videos with it. You can even use a whiteboard and stuff and draw it and have it like zoomed into it at the same, when you're doing it, and then put them all on, YouTube in 4K if you want. Yeah. Have it walk around, so you don't have to be standing right here. You don't need an assistant that's going to be videotaping you the whole time. You can have a whole kind of stage set up, or a whole area that you can work with in a room. 360. Well, I don't assume. Does it spin all the way around? I wonder.
I'm not sure if it'll go all the way around. I know my pocket doesn't. It does to a point, but then it has to spin back around.
Well, if it's like the gimbal, because I had one of
those.
those. Yeah, I had one of those little handheld ones at one point with a. Maybe it was. Let's see. It wasn't a DJI. It was like a Femi or something, or I can't remember the brand name, but it would do like about 270, I think, somewhere around that range.
Yep.
So, but that's still a pretty good area of you can branch out and move around. You can, have a whole set build up, so to speak.
Yep. So this is another example of this is kind of overhead mode. It's basically the same as desktop mode, but they're actually pointing the camera down in this example as opposed to they just clicked on a button. And then there's portrait view for like TikTokers and Instagrammers. So it says here, level up your live stream, your social media. Unlike other webcams, Link shoots in totally uncropped 9:16. By rotating the gimbal head, ensures better quality. So it's basically doing the same thing the DJI Mini does, utilizing the full resolution of the sensor to get a vertical shot. Not something I would use, but pretty awesome.
I've been actually using quite a bit of the portrait mode, especially with the 360 cams, that you can actually, you don't have to turn it, you don't have to do it. You just, that's the area of the video that you crop. It just looks better because most people, especially for phone and social media.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I put most of the videos that I create and stuff, I put quite a few of them up on TikTok just for fun. But, I think that's nice being able to do that without like a major crop to this picture.
Yeah. Something else I like about this, there's built-in privacy protection. So 10 seconds of inactivity, the gimbal points straight down. When I'm at work, or when I used to work in the office, everybody would bring their laptops in and they would have like Band-Aids or stickers, or they'd have all kinds of crap over the camera on their laptop because they were afraid while they're at home sitting in their underwear in a meeting that someone was going to turn the camera on and look at them. So I like how this physically points the camera straight down, and that the camera's not looking at you. So if that camera all of a sudden starts creeping up and pointing at you and that green light turns on, they're looking at you. So I thought that was kind of neat.
Yeah, it'd be kind of creepy if it started following you around.
I'm going to skip over that part. It's got really good audio stuff. Oh. That's what all that was about. This looks like the software. So it's got, I can't pause the video, so we're going to look at it again. It's got gimbal control, image settings, and more settings. So there's an Insta360 link software. And you can adjust from this view right here, you can adjust the sharpness and contrast, but it also looks like you can live stream from the software. I'm not sure. It might just be.
Well, they probably just didn't want to put the Twitch logo and stuff like that up there.
The logo they're clicking on is a picture-in-picture.
Yeah.
So.
I'm just kind of wondering if it's like, look, we're not trying to, put it out there for any particular streaming. You get the gist of it, that you can, because Twitch, the way Twitch just reads any webcam that you've got and loads it in there and puts it like that. So, of course, they're going to put their logo and everything within their advertising. Yeah. They're not going to advertise somebody else's and stuff. So.
Yep. All right. So, so right here it says fully compatible with Zoom, Microsoft Teams, Skype, Google Meet. And if you go to the download page, you've got the desktop controlling software. Insta360 Link controller is the desktop software for controlling and operating the Link. Insta360 Link controller offers custom image quality settings in various modes, such as whiteboard mode, overhead. So all of those different modes is what you would control with the Insta360 Link controller. And then obviously there's firmware. So I wanted to talk to you guys about what is in the box. Standalone, $299, and tripod kit is $328. So you can get a $29 tripod if you get the tripod kit. In the box, you have the camera. You have, whoa, just switched on me. In the box, you have the camera. You have a USB-C to USB-C cable. Then you have a USB-A adapter. And then these 4 corner stickers. So you can put these corner stickers on a TV. You can put the corner stickers on the whiteboard. Whatever you put these corner stickers on, whenever you go into whiteboard mode, that's what it's going to go to. In the tripod kit, you get a tripod with it. That's it. If you like what you see and you like to purchase it, there are links in the description below for all the cameras that I'm talking about tonight. This one is the one on top, the Insta360 link. If you purchase it from that link, it'll really help out the channel. So that is that camera. Now I want to bring up the OBSBot Tiny. And the reason I want to bring up the OBSBot Tiny, if whiteboard mode and desktop mode is not something that you care about, I think the OBSBot Tiny, it's been out for over a year. There's been a lot of updates to the software and the apps. And there's a 4K edition. I've got that up right now. That's $269. And it does everything that the Insta360 camera does. I don't have the 4K edition. I have the 1080 edition, but we're going to see examples of what the 1080 version can do. And the 4K edition is just better. But I'm streaming in 1080 right now, so I will show you that the 1080 edition, if you're not going to stream in anything higher than 1080, then the 1080 edition, which is only $169, might be something you want to look at. If you're, I think Insta360, I would guarantee you that Insta360's camera is amazing. I think I purchased just about every Insta360 camera they've come out with for the last 6 years. And I've been impressed every time. I think Insta360 knows what they're doing when it comes to building a camera. This is the first gimbal that they've ever built, but like the trailer said before this camera was announced this morning, it's an evolution of all of the hard work that they put into all the other cameras. So they know how to handle low light. They know how to handle tracking and AI. They know how to connect to things. Their very first camera didn't even have a motherboard or didn't even have an operating system. All you did was plug it into your iPhone. So they've utilized apps in the entire history of Insta360. So Insta360 knows what they're doing, but this isn't the first webcam that's been able to track anybody. Like what they came out with this morning is nothing amazing and new. I think the whiteboard mode is awesome. The desktop view is awesome. But yeah, so I would encourage you, if you want something like this, the OBSBot cameras are out there. And there's even one that I'm not going to show tonight, but I'll show you a picture of it on here. There's also the OBSBot Me. And the OBSBot Me is basically a Osmo Mobile with a tracking camera on it. So if you want to go live on your cell phone and not deal with, like if you want to go live remote out in the middle of the woods, and the only thing you have is your cell phone and you don't want to deal with your laptop, this would be a great alternative as well. If you just want to go fly your drone and go live on your phone, and you don't need your phone to fly your drone, then this is another alternative. It does all the tracking. It uses gestures, and it kind of points your phone at you the whole time. So you don't have to worry about reframing your shot or anything like that. I can't tell you how many YouTube videos on my channel my cell phone has saved the day. When I've got my camera all set up, pointing at me flying my drone, and then I need a shot of what the gimbal looks like, I'll rip out my phone and point it at my gimbal, and I'll get a nice 4K beautiful shot. And sometimes the cell phone takes a better video than my big old camera that I bought. So so anyway, this is an option. It also has portrait mode. So if that's important to you as well, it's there. So yeah, it sits on a tripod. It also comes with a little tripod, like desktop tripod. So if you're sitting at a coffee shop, you can just rip this camera out and go live on it. So since we're talking about live streaming cameras tonight, this is another alternative. This camera is not linked in the description below, but if you click on the Amazon link, and you can get to this one. So yeah, I think we should.
That's cool.
I want to give you an example of. I'm going to take this off. All right. So right now, this is my second camera. I was trying to figure out how to make this one biggest. There. All right. So Jonathan and I are on the bottom of my OBSBot.
We get a couple. If we get a couple more cameras, we can do a Brady Bunch thing.
Can.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh wait, you're that way. I messed that up.
Wait, I think I messed it up too because
we're dorks. We should read that up every time. All right. So, I know what I wanted to do. I wanted to show you on my screen. That's what I wanted to do. I don't know if Melon can handle everything that's going on. So we're running probably like a couple minutes ago when Melon cut out and just dropped everything. It was like took a breath, and I had to bring Jonathan back and me back and all that kind of stuff. So what we've got going on here. Okay, I think there's too many things going on. Let me hide this for a second. Okay. So I want to make B the big one. So this is the OBSBot tail. The OBSBot tiny. And as you can see, it's a little bit bigger than what Insta360 just came out with. If we're going by, this is the size of the Insta360. So there's that. Oh crap. All right. So, but I wanted to show you guys that I've got preset locations. So if you're watching the camera right down here, this is what the OBSBot tiny is pointing at. And I think it's preset location 0. I have another preset location pointed at my desk.
Oh, cool.
So if you're giving a presentation and you want to point at your desk for some reason and show like I can demonstrate this little flip camera and point it at it. What's nice about it is everything is in focus. No matter where I put this, it's pretty much in focus the whole time. So
it's got an infinity focus. Okay.
Yep. Okay. So it's not as cool looking as what I've got going on here with my C100 because I've got a mess behind me and nobody knows that I have a mess because it's just all bokeh.
It's an illusion.
Yeah, it's all pretty. But when you're giving a presentation and you've got a whole bunch of you've got a GoPro and you've got GoPro connectors and you've got a case, like everything on your desk, you want everything to be in focus. So that's what we've got going on here. And then we're going to move around to me for a second, and I'm going to show you. Uh-oh. All right. There's my forehead right there. See my mole? So, but I can zoom out, and what we're going to do is we're going to hand gesture, and now it's looking at me. So when I move over here, it's pointing at me. When I move over here, it's pointing at me. So no matter what I do, it's going to follow me around, and I can walk around. I can fly my drone. I can do whatever I want to, and I've got a cameraman with me the whole time. Okay. So this essentially is what the new Insta360 camera can do. I don't know if you guys can hear me. I'm not next to my microphone anymore, but I think it's got gestures, but I don't remember what they are. Well, none of those worked.
Well,
but so we've got, so basically that's what's going on. I'm going to unlock it and point it back here. And there I've got my desk mode. So I can give a presentation on my desk with that. So now what I'm going to do, now I'm going to show you what the software is that comes with the OBSBot Tiny. And this software is very similar to what comes with Insta360's new camera. Okay. And the reason I do this is because I don't want to be like an Insta360 fanboy that says, okay, Insta360 just came out with a camera. This is what you need to get. I want to show you alternatives that have been out for a while it's not a brand new idea. It's a brand new idea for Insta360. And I think Insta360 is going to knock it out of the park, but they're not the first people to think about it. So if you just want something that tracks you, you can get that already. You don't have to wait for it to come out from Insta360. But I just wanted to go over what's in the software here. And I am pretty sure there's going to be a lot of similarities with Insta360. So what I don't like about OBSBot software, I'm a software engineer at work. So this is very polished, what's on the screen right now. And then they used a third-party Windows like 98 configure video panel when you click this. Wait. Yep. I mean, this takes me back. This interface right here. Come on. This is like my first website that I built back in 1998. What I can do here is I can adjust, just like the screen that we saw on Insta360's website, I can adjust the brightness, contrast, hue, saturation, sharpness, white balance, the backlight compensation. You can even deal with anti-flicker. So I've got a lot of LEDs in the background. And in the past, it's been a nightmare to make my background look cool and keep it from flickering, because every one of those lights has its own little frequency and its own little pattern, and I won't be flickering, but my background will be driving people nuts, or those little string lights that are back here, those will be driving people nuts, stuff like that. So Truth Seeker says both gimmicks use a real camera for streaming.
Probably true, but some of that's budget related.
Yep.
I mean, $300 is not bad, especially, there's a lot of people that, it depends on what they're doing. Like if you're doing a show about cameras and videography and all this stuff, you should know how to use one of those cameras, but most people are not going to have a foggiest idea how to use one of those. Yep.
Yeah. I don't think people said that the Insta360 Go was a gimmick when it came out. And to be honest, I've used it a couple times for videos, but I haven't really gotten into it. But there are some people that put it on their drones that love it. as an FPV camera. The Truth Seeker says use a real camera for streaming. If you're just going to sit in one spot, then yeah, use the best camera you have. If that is all you do, which on my YouTube channel, this is about all I've done for a while is live stream here. I have a Canon C100 pointed at me, and I spent $1,700 on that camera used, and it was probably a $3,000 camera when it came out. So I do have a awesome camera that I stream with. But if you are on location and you want to, you only want to stream in 720 or you want to stream in 1080 and you want to walk around, I don't have a cameraman that I can point this camera at. There's been times when I've flown my drones, like I've done like the DJI Air 2 video that I did was completely done with the OBSBot tail. And that is a 4K camera that follows me around everywhere I go. And it really, really improved the image quality, or it really improved the storytelling of me flying a drone because I didn't have to only stand in one spot. I could look around, I could point at things, and my drone would follow me around, or my camera would follow me around. So I don't know that it's a complete gimmick. It just might not be for you. So I want to show you guys. So there's also camera controls. So I can zoom in and out. I can change the exposure. Right now it's on auto exposure, but I can change the exposure on the camera. So I feel like this is a real camera right now. What it's doing. I know it's a lot of software stuff, but being able to adjust the pan, the tilt, the aperture, the exposure, low light compensation. So it's powerful software. Also has anti-flicker. You can adjust it from 50 hertz or 60 hertz, depending on what frequency your lights are at. I've got preset positions. So over here, if I want to move my camera around and point over at my computer. So let's say I wanted to point right there and I wanted to zoom all the way in to my fans. Okay. I could add that location. And now I have 3 preset locations down here. So preset location 1 is the Canon C100. Preset number 2 is my keyboard. Well, preset 1 was my keyboard, and preset 2 is my fans. So I can't do that with my C100 right now. So I think that's pretty awesome.
I think as long as you have decent lighting and stuff, you can still get pretty good, video from even like a webcam, so to speak.
Yep.
So
yeah.
Lighting here is terrible, but I usually have it dark and just with LED lights.
Yeah. So that's a good idea. So I'm going to set everything to auto. And it won't let me set everything to auto.
Do you have it?
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this location. And I'm going to point it directly at the light and my storage boxes. So we're going to go from that to my keyboard and see what happens when it changes. Actually, we're going to make this full screen. Ooh, there's Inception right there. See that?
Yeah.
It's like Wayne's World. So there's my camera. Hey, everybody. There's my keyboard. We'll go back to my camera, and then I'm going to go to light. So it seems to be handling the different lighting situations pretty well.
Yeah, it's adjusting pretty quickly.
So anyway, that is fun with webcams.
Wholesome fun with webcams.
Yep. So let's switched around. So yeah, I think that's all I wanted to talk about with the link. Again, the affiliate links is how I run my channel. So there's links in the description to buy any of these cameras. And I'm gonna get this out of view. I'm a little nervous with it being right next to me on a little monopod. I'm afraid I'm going to elbow it or something. But so, Jonathan, tell us about your new toy.
So I did pick up the Insta360 One X2. Got it last week, I think. Late last week. I've been having fun with it. I've been riding around on a golf cart with it. I have a golf cart because our community is a lot of people have golf carts. I live on a what used to be a golf course. The golf course closed down a couple years ago, but all the carts are still there, and the HOA still has a pool and all this other stuff. So everybody just takes golf carts and drives them up there. So I've been doing fun little stuff with the camera and everything, and attaching it to the cart, or holding it off with the pole, and fun little stuff like that. I'm probably gonna have to send it back for a repair because I got a little scratch on the lens already.
You scratched it already?
Yes.
Come on, man. What'd you do?
All right. I was doing the. Have you seen the ones where like the nose thing where you put it in your mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah, it dropped. It fell out. I was afraid of biting down on it too hard, and I was just like, I was like, it like scooted across the room. I was like, oh, don't tell me this. It's just got a little tiny little nick. I mean, it's I did get the care packet or the care thing with it, so I get one repair on it. I was like, do I want to use it for that, or do I want to just see if there's a way to? It's a very small nick. Like I don't know if you can see. So it's on this lens. Okay.
That's it. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So it's closer to the middle because now it's like zoomed out. So yeah. Yeah. I can't replace those.
I've seen where people use like glass polish.
I'm gonna try a couple things maybe first before I use it because I might get it back after repair and then all of a sudden I might drop it and like actually break it. And they're like, oh well, there goes my one repair. I don't know if you knew that with the repair kit or the care thing that you get it's like basically one repair for free.
Yeah,
is what that it comes with, and it was like $39 when I bought it. I was like, I'll go ahead and add it to it because this is a camera where if my son gets a hold of it or whatever. But nope, it was me. I did it. Yep. So I was like, oh, I was sick to myself.
So what are you gonna put on the repair description? You're like, well, I was running with it in my mouth, and it
here's
fell
the
out
thing.
of my mouth.
I don't feel so bad about that because they literally have a preset that tells you what to do. Yeah, it tells me to do that. It didn't tell me to bite down with the jaws of life. It just said put it in your mouth gently in your teeth. Well, I got a small mouth and small teeth, so it didn't hold on very very well, I guess. Yeah. But then I was like, well, I'm determined to get this shot, so I did it again and I bit down a little harder. So
yeah,
I was like, I just want to see what this does because that was like one of the first or second days I got it. I was like, I would do that, but yeah, it'd be fine. I saw a video online where you can like polish it. There's a special like glass polisher that you can use to kind of do it in it. It's not terribly noticeable. If I was trying to do like video or photos and stuff like that, it might be a little worse. But actually, I can't do. I wish you could do a 360. Like it won't do. I wish it would give me a 360 view of it in the webcam, because the issue that I've had is a little more the balance is off between the two lenses, the color balance, and so I just started that last night. I was like, that's a little weird, so I have to either reset it or try to figure out what was going on with that. But I didn't have a chance to mess around with it, and it keeps. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out why it's zooming in and why it's not. Like sometimes it'll just zoom into my face, and other times it'll widen up. And I don't know if it's picking up on a gesture or not. So, but anyway, I can. Let's see here. I put a video on Facebook on the Insta thing. If I can show it on my side, or you can show it on your side if you want to. If you want to show any videos of what I've been messing around with that part, I had some fun with the golf cart.
You can share. You can share them as long as they don't have any like copyrighted music on them.
It's through
or don't share your audio. Either way.
Let's see here.
Like when you go to share a video, it'll ask if you want to share the audio. Then you can turn that off.
That's for screens, right? Okay, so if I want to do that, but no, I have to find it. Hold on. Anyway, I think that the selfie stick removal is really, really good on it. I know you had a video that you had sent to me where you were doing it, and it was pretty, like I showed people like where I had it attached to the back of my golf cart, and they thought I was flying a drone behind it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, no, it's just attached to it, especially with how far it looked away from it.
Yeah, I've got a video for this pole on my. It was from Insta360. It is a 3 meter pole. So it's got what's awesome about it. It's got this tiny little head. So your X2 is so thin that this is an invisible selfie stick, but it just keeps going. 3 meters. But it had a weird little piece of foam that kind of held everything in, so it doesn't work very well. Like you have to keep it in this bag, or else it'll just all fall apart.
Gotcha.
And you can't really use anything heavy on it because it has a bend to it since it's so long. Jonathan's focused right now.
I'm trying to find that one video. So that's that. Let's see here. Well, most of my stuff is on my phone. So let's see here. Okay, let's see here. That's zooming up from there.
Don't look at your bank account or anything because it keeps zooming out to your screen.
Well, yeah, that's the second screen. That was just showing it to the one part. So here's the video. Like, do I just need to play it on this main screen and then just hit share screen? So, like, I understand, proceed. Window.
I might have to allow it.
Oh, share system audio. So I just want to uncheck that. So
yeah,
okay.
Just uncheck that and we'll be good.
Well, we'll just share that screen. And then I will play the video over there. Okay, so that should be shared and ready to go. I think you have to just... That's the screen. Nope, wrong one. I don't know. Well, stop sharing. Give me just a second. Screen 1, screen 2. What's screen 2? Oh, we can't share more than 2 screens. Let's try something real quick. We'll turn off screen 3. It doesn't want to share. Now we'll just do it on the main screen then. All right. So I got too many monitors. And all right, we'll share it that way. Okay, and now I'm ready to go. All right. Tell me when I'm live. I can't see the screen.
Oh, yeah. Go. Hit play.
Okay.
So this is your golf cart. You're driving around in a circle around your
Yep.
360.
Yeah.
What tripod are you using? Are you using the selfie stick?
I'm using the selfie stick, and then I already had one of those little tiny tripods to go underneath it. So I got the selfie stick, with a
like a monopod.
Yeah, with the selfie stick with a one of those tripod, like a cheap camera tripod, like a little base thing that I bought for like webcams or something else or whatever. So
Okay.
but yeah, that's where you see you can see the feet on the ground, but other than that, that's all you can see. So
yeah.
But so there's little stuff like that. So is that marketable? I don't know, but we'll see. Just
cool,
fun stuff with that. So
yeah. What video editing software do you use?
So that was just done within the app, the Insta360 app.
Right. But like in real life?
Premiere.
Okay.
So I'll edit the video. Now, with the 360 stuff, I've started to edit the video in the 360 app. Just give me, pick the things I want to see, do whatever, and then export it out as high resolution as I guess it would go. Which I guess if I'm zooming in multiple times, it's probably going to just be 1080p for real if it's the 360 stuff. And then I'll take that and edit it into whatchamacallit. So I don't know. What are you using? You're using Final Cut, aren't you?
Yep, I use Final Cut Pro. There's a patch tool in Final Cut Pro, but do you know if there's a patch tool in Premiere?
So there
you have to buy a plugin
for the 360 stuff, or is that what you're talking about? So supposedly, when you install the Insta360 app, it installs a Premiere plugin that allows you to work with it.
Right.
I just haven't figured out how to use it yet.
But the plugin in Premiere is not going to do anything the Insta360 Studio doesn't do.
Yeah.
So there's not a patching capability in that. But I was wondering if you have. I'll look it up. But so in Final Cut Pro, there's a you basically.
You're talking about if you wanted to erase that thing in the middle.
Yep.
Or is that? Oh, okay. Yeah.
So that
there's I don't know. I don't know if there is one in there. If it's not there, I could always take it into After Effects. After Effects does pretty good jobs with this stuff.
yeah.
But I saw some tutorials on how to do some of that stuff too, where you just take a swatch of it, make it blurry, and drop it on top of that, and So if I needed to erase it, I could figure it out what I wanted to do. So.
Right, but I was just going to tell you that there's probably a patch tool in Premiere that makes it like a click of a button. What it does, it takes like a circle, just like the clone tool in Photoshop, but it basically takes the video from just to the left of it, which so I always put my tripod in grass, or like right now you've got it on the road. So the concrete or the blacktop next to where you have the tripod doesn't look much different than the so you get a large area. Shadows screw things up, so it's good that you didn't have like a shadow pole. That always screws everything up. So most of the time I put my 360 camera in the shadow already. So, or I purposefully make the shadow of my tripod match, look like it's just a branch sticking out, or like it drives me nuts when I see somebody stick their 360 camera on the beach, and then they have this invisible selfie stick, and then they have this big long shadow sticking out of their back. It's like this big rod or something. So
I saw someone do a video
for a long time. I look for shadows to put my shadow in, and then, or if there's a pole or something, I'll just put my tripod right next to it, so you see a shadow of a pole, and then you see another pole, and you're like, oh, that's supposed to be there.
2 poles.
And then what the patch tool does, it really comes in handy when you're flying on a drone, and you go next to a tree or something. You've got a bunch of leaves. You want your patch to match what is supposed to be there, so you don't even notice that. Nobody ever looks straight down for the most part, but what you're doing right there with the planet is the focal point of your video is that tripod.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I should just put a logo over it or something. Be like, oh, I did. I put one up on a Facebook story, and I found, where you could put like GIFs or something on your thing, and it was like they see me rolling, and it was like covered it up. I was like, oh, see, there you go.
Yeah. Well, so something else you could do is so since you have some Photoshop skills, you could take a picture of the concrete and then make that your logo.
Mhm.
And then what it'll do is it'll cover up that, you know what I mean? Like, because it blurs the edges.
There's a thing in there. I saw somebody do a video on that, where they talked about, hey, just grab a little piece of it, blur it out, or not blur it out, but feather the edges, and then use it as your logo for that video. So, if I start doing some stuff where I'm like, especially more commercial, I'll absolutely I want it to look professional and stuff. Like I said, right now, I'm just doing some testing and having some fun and whatnot.
Yeah.
But
now, but
that's good tips and stuff to remember when I start to sell that.
Yeah. Up until a couple of months ago, Photoshop had really good 360 editing tools in it, but for some reason they just decided to pull them out. So they had a viewer that you could actually view the 360 image. You could move around to the bottom, and you could just clone out the tripod, and then you could turn it into a you take a screenshot from the video, and then go out and patch out the tripod, and then use that as a mask over your video at the bottom. I've done that with the sky a lot. On when I've hung my 360 camera from a drone, besides the sphere. Sphere's wonderful, but yeah. Well, cool. Have you done anything else? You stuck it in your mouth. You drove around it.
Let's see here.
If you've seen any of Ben Claremont videos, he likes to put it in his mouth the other way. So there's.
Oh, it looks like you're eating. It looks like a predator view.
Teeth are around it, and it's like a view. Yeah, he likes to do that. I've never stuck a camera in my mouth. I don't like that.
Well, this was the first for me, so it is kind of weird.
Was it good for you?
Yeah.
Sorry. Bad.
I did I had an expert video out of. Let's see here. All right, let me see here. That one's done. I can show you this video. So the first day I got it, I stuck it out the top roof of my car. All right. So I'm going to share this. It shouldn't share the audio. Let's see. I'll share the screen. And then you just give me the okay. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I'm like, why am I doing this? Because it already has that one screen. I don't know why it doesn't let you do more than two screens, but here, we'll just do it this way. I'll share it to my third screen. There we go. Now I can see when it's up and ready and go from there. Okay.
Can you put you on your other screen? Like the stream on the screen that you can't share?
What do you mean?
So, you can move the browser that you're watching me on over to your other screen.
Oh, I guess I could do that. That would probably make more sense, but what ifs? Let's see. All right. And then that's there. Stop sharing. Share. I understand. Okay. Because it won't only let me show screen number 1 and screen number 2.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, let me share number 3. So I should have shared this screen right here that has there's a video on it. You see it?
Yeah, I've got a video up.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I see it now. Forgot where I was looking. I forgot where I was looking. Okay. We're all professionals here.
You'll get the hang of it.
All right. So this was taken from the roof of my car. Okay. I just was holding out the sunroof. This is beautiful downtown Barstown.
That looks a lot different from the ground. I've only seen it from the air.
There's music that goes with it that's like, time to it and stuff. So it's not,
Yeah.
just weird. But anyway.
Sounds good.
Okay. So, and then there's that one. And then, okay. So do you want to see the video where I drop? Well, the second video where I didn't drop it.
Yep. I want to see that.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Yeah, so that's just me running around my basement. It's a lot funnier with the music. So the music's like,
Yep.
Anyway. So
yeah, that's a shot you need to make sure you got all your nose nice and cleaned out.
Well, I looked at that and I was like, that's just hair. So I just have hair in my nose.
Yep.
So
No, it's good.
I did look at it. I was like, geez, what am I doing here? But, hey, it's
yeah. And I noticed the screen's on. Like the screen's like lighting your upper lip.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so you can see where it was red. This is one of those sky replaced. I just took that and replaced the sky with it.
Yep.
So it did a okayish job. It's just one of those little fun things. But
now for me, that's a gimmick. Like
that's pretty gimmicky.
To speak to truth seekers, like it's a cool thing, but I will never ever use it.
But I think so. Chris, what I had to do to make
great
those videos,
angle.
Huh?
Chris said great angle.
Isn't it though? So I don't know why. Whatever there's no market for that, but I don't know. So yeah, make sure you don't have those bats in the cave. So like I said, it was. I looked at the video. I was like, "What is that?" And I looked at the mirror, and I was like, "It's just hair." So I just have a hairy nose. Nice.
Yeah, that's good. I have some shots where, so I'm pretty thin on top with my hair.
Oh, why do you think I wear a hat?
And so and then most of my videos are about drones. So I have so many videos where I'm flying the drone right over my head, and I've got like this bright red sunburn on the top of my head, and it's like summer, so my hair's either really thin because it's all sweaty, or it's really blonde because it's summertime. And so it's like yellow hair on red skin, and it just shows, and you can see the reflection of the sun.
Oh, I have so many drone shots where I was just like, I want to use this, but myself, too self-conscious about it, because it's just, I look at it, it's like, oh man.
Yeah.
When you look at me straight on, it's like, oh, it's not too bad up there. And then just look at me from the top, it's like, God, it's thinning.
Yeah.
Well, I say thinning, but it's over there. I'd rather just shave it bald, but my wife still won't let me, because I'm nice and thick on the sides, but it makes makes it look on the top even worse. So anyway.
Yeah, I'm trying to work towards a man bun, and then just take all my good thick hair and like bring it up to the top.
Yeah, it's the comb up, not the comb over.
Yep. Right now it's the comb over.
Yeah. I'll take the comb over any day. I don't have nothing, so. All right. So that's still just stop sharing now. I can stop sharing that screen. Let's see here. What else was going on? I don't know if I did anything else. It's a pretty cool game. I'm trying to figure out where the market, the gimmick is. It's a fun camera. I think it's great for family stuff like that. But I do want to figure out, what can I do with it market wise, as far as the the 360 and the 1X2 goes. So
you could definitely use it for like virtual tours, or like what I would do is I would get you a Kula account. I have a I always forget how to spell it. Kula.co. That sounds horrible. So this is a website called Kula, and you can use it for professional. Like you can pay for a pro or a business. You can do virtual tours with it. So go from like one spot to another. And I think for you, like you already have the sphere. Like you could get aerial. You could do an aerial virtual tour and an indoor virtual tour.
So
with those two cameras together.
Okay, I wonder how much is that? Do you think, or what's the pricing? This software, the pricing. I'm sure it's an account, but that's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
That's not bad at all. No answer.
Yeah, when I got the pro version, I basically had one client. It was Averett Trucking, and we did virtual tours of inside of their trucks. So I went out and I took pictures one day of 3 different trucks. We put it on their website. They paid me $1,500 to do that, and that paid for a year subscription. But then I never got another. I never seeked out another client, so I never got renewed.
But do you have to have that in order for the site that you built for them to keep working?
Nope. So
it's all, so it doesn't house on their servers or anything like that. You can take it and put it on your own server, and then once it's there, like you don't have to have a subscription to it, or they don't have to have a subscription to it to use it.
You have to keep paying for it. You have to keep paying for it if you. But the only thing it did was it took the logo. It took the Kula logo off of the corner of it.
Gotcha.
So with the $16 a month, you can get your branding logo, so you can put your own logo on there, which is what I did, and a virtual tour editor. But for $0, you have 100 public uploads a month. So, and I think
does it only work with photos?
Yeah, it's only photos. Okay,
because I do have a client that they're not ready to, because they've got a lot of construction going on, but when they're actually done with it, they're hoping for some sort of video, or they're hoping for some kind of virtual thing to show their campus. It's a school, and they want to show, and they really want to say, okay, if you're here, go here, and then, but this might be enough for them to say, okay, because if you show a picture that you can scroll around anywhere you want to go in 360 and click on, let's say, a link that you've got and say, oh, I want to go over here.
Mm-hmm.
Does it just take you there, or does it do some sort of special effect that goes,
So this is my house, and I did this before we moved in. So if you go, it basically just fades into the next picture.
Okay.
But this is not when I had the pro account, I could put a button over here and I could click on the door and it would move me into that room. But if you're talking about like stuff like the Matterport, where like you take a picture every 20 feet, or like not 20 feet, like you take a picture every 5 feet, and then it like moves you down the hall, kind of like Street View. That takes a little bit of effort. But
well, I mean, the beggars can't be choosers, so
yeah.
Nobody else is doing this. Oh, that's a nice thing. Nobody else is really doing this in my town so much. So, but to be able to do this with a drone and stuff, I can definitely see some benefits of that, especially if you're dealing with somebody who has a decent sized campus or large area that they want to showcase and stuff.
Yeah, I'll do a video on it. So you can take waypoints on your Air 2, or you can use Drone Link and create a mission that, put your drone in different little spots. You can even do it. You don't have to use your sphere. You can use just the sphere mode on the Air 2, if you want to.
Yeah.
And you can go around and take different pictures in the different spots, and then turn it into a virtual tour of a campus.
I wonder if you could take, if let's say you did a 360 video. Let's say I had a route around the campus, that was pretty much just going, hovering around a certain area, or not hovering, but certain altitude, flew it in the path that I wanted to fly. I guess I wonder if there's a way to, let's say you're flying and you highlight certain things within the 3D realm, like within, not necessarily even a button, but just show little tags that would stick onto a certain area of the video and track it on that. That would be something that I think that would also work. So if you're flying over and say, okay, this over here this is the middle school, this is the elementary, this is the high school. But as you're flying over it, it would stay, that title would stay on to that picture.
Yeah.
I wonder if that would be something that you have to do within After Effects, or because I don't think you'd be able to do it in Premiere, but
I can do it in Final Cut. I'm not sure about Premiere, but tracking's pretty easy. It's a pretty simple thing. So you grab the tracking data. So you just like you would track an Insta360, you draw a square around whatever you want to track, or it's usually like a grid, like a grid.
Yeah.
And then you transfer that tracking data to your title.
I wonder, but see, if you're editing in a 360 video, what you're really editing, I guess, is the planar view, and so your titles would have to. I don't know. I was just something I was thinking about just as we're talking about it. I was like, never seen that, but I'm sure somebody's done it out there. And so I figure out how to put titles on a 3D video or not 3D video, but a 360 video.
Yeah. You might want to throw a 360 video into Premiere and see if you can view it.
I did.
Is there a 360 viewer?
I don't know. I need to mess with it more. Like, I think that I could do it, but it's more a matter of just. Well, I know that you could do one. It would help if I opened up Premiere instead of Photo. Let's see here. Let's try to actually open up. I saw the P and I said, "Oh no, that's Photoshop." Oops. I don't know. So now it's going to try to open up both. I don't want that. See, it even says loading the 360. It's the 360. Okay. No, I do not want to. All right. Let's create this new one. Sorry, it just takes me just a second to find my media. When you say a 360, are you talking about the planar video or the actual the video files from?
Yeah. So my workflow in Final Cut Pro is I use Insta360 Studio to export the 360 video, and then when I pull it into Final Cut Pro, I can either make it a Tiny Planet view. And then I use Tiny Planet most of the time so I can reframe in Final Cut Pro. But there's also there's your output video where it shows what the final product looks like. There is a 360 viewer, and then what that does is it shows you what the viewer on YouTube would see if they were looking at a 360 video, not when they're in a VR headset and able to turn their head around, but it shows like what's on the screen at start. But
well, shoot, I had one. I gotta find what I did with it. So I exported out the full 3D video from the sphere, and just did that recently.
so what we've got up on the screen right now, this is a video I did a long time ago. And it's about the 3-meter pole and how to do drone footage without a drone. And so this is me walking with like the regular stick. So I think that's my X. It's not the X2, but that's just the X. But that's how big the selfie stick is. And then this is the pole. It's pretty impressive.
That's what she said.
Yep.
You walked into that one.
I did. It's not the size of the rod, it's how you use it.
Okay. Let's do this. If you want. All right. Okay. All right. So I have Premiere open. I usually have my preview window over on another screen, but I'll go ahead and add it back over here just for a second. So, I need the audio. Are you seeing what I'm showing you?
Yep.
So this is the planar video of the whole thing. And then it's just a matter of figuring out where, let's see here. I think we go to source information, or not source information, but I think you can select it. Let's see, sequence settings. A reframe sequence. Huh. Now there's an option where you take your source and it's not your sequence settings. It's well.
I wish I could read that. I can't read that.
Oh, so VR.
Let me see if I can. No, it's still pixel.
Yeah. I think I'm just sharing 720p. And I've got a 4K screen and it's, taking down the 7 screen. Anyway, there's supposed to be where you can go in and change the source settings for a particular video. And I saw it the other day when I was going through it, and I couldn't get it to do what I was wanting it to do. Here, I found source settings. Source settings. That's not the effects control. This is trying to go somewhere.
So when you started your project, did you start your project as a 360 video, or did you just import? Because like in Final Cut, you can say whether you wanted your project to be 4K or 6K or.
Well, I think you can do that from the sequence settings here. You can change that once you. It'll basically the first video that you put into it, it like uses those settings, and then you can change it if you want to. So if I wanted to, I could change this frame size to 1080.
So Right, but on the screen, does it say 360 video or 360 anything?
Let's see here. I think under the bottom part there, 1080p, working space. So I think it's under the VR the properties. So like projection, it's the equal or
Oh,
equal.
yeah. What does it say under projection?
Let's see here. Projection none or equitangular.
So equal rectangular. So that's what you want.
Rectangular. Okay. Horizontal capture view, 360 degrees. And then it's got layout, monoscopic, stereoscopic, over, under, side by side.
Wait, go back to the view. What was the view options?
360.
No, the view.
Oh, you're talking about the layout where it says monoscopic or stereoscopic, over, under, and stereoscopic side by side.
Okay, so it's not 3D, so you don't want any of the stereographic. So mono is just one 360 camera, and then like if you were doing VR 180, it would be stereo. All right,
Okay,
so can you drag around on? So you changed your view. Can you drag around in there on your screen right there?
No, I know that's what I'm trying to do. Sorry, it's
okay.
not letting me drag around. So it's not. Let's see here. Usually, I can tell this to fit, but I don't know it's not fit. All right, effects controls. I saw a quick video, but I'm ADHD when I try to do that. I'm like, I really don't watch this whole thing. I'll figure it out, and then I run into. So the way I read it is that the plugin kind of puts some overlay controls over top of it, so to speak. So it puts overlay controls over top of this video that allows you to do exactly what we're talking about. So I went into sequence settings. I said, well, let's do 180, but I don't know if that absolutely did it or not. I don't know if I did anything at all. Just changed it to 90. See, I don't think that did a thing. The only reason why it's cropped in right there, I believe, is because I switched the frame size to 1080p. And then I haven't worked with Premiere in a while.
Yeah, let's not do this live.
It's gripping entertainment to see us fumble through this stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I
don't need to say that. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, I'll figure that out.
I'm not. Well, I just need to mess with it. I'll eventually get it. I just,
Yeah.
I gotta be more patient and be like, I'll figure it out. Go from there. But like I said, I haven't had a need for it yet. Well, wait till crunch time and I actually had to do it. I'm like, okay, I'll figure it out then.
Yeah.
Well, that's my persona.
Jonathan, thank you for joining the chat.
Anytime.
I'm gonna sign off.
Tonight, so.
But say goodbye to everybody.
All right. Well, I was appreciated. And I will see you guys whenever.
All right. See y'all.
All right. Thanks, man. Bye.
All right, y'all. I thought that was a good chat. Want to thank Jonathan for showing up and hanging out. Are you guys going to get the new camera or not? A lot of you guys don't have the need for a 360 camera. For a web camera that tracks you. I will say it's a great little thing, but you need a laptop to run it. So you might be better off just using a Osmo Pocket or something like that. But if you're in the market for a webcam and you're planning on spending $300 on something, I think the Insta360 Link would be a great choice. So hope you guys like this video, this stream. Hope you guys have a wonderful week. Please like, subscribe to my channel, click on the bell for notifications. We want to put out more live streams, more videos on Insta360 coolness, drones, action cameras, regular cameras, all the good stuff. Have a wonderful night, y'all. Peace out.